What's going on, everybody? Fuck, it's cold out this motherfucker. Man, gotta get myself together right here, man. Shit. This video right here is into response to my homeboy Bones NYG, just to spread some more light on the situation. You know, I'm not real big into getting on here and talking about politics and none of that shit. That's why I didn't make a video about Trump winning or any of that shit, because it doesn't really matter. You're not going to get somebody who follows Hillary and then somebody that follows Trump to completely go against whatever they believe in, and it's just not going to happen. All it is a difference of opinion, and you're either agreeing or disagreeing, agreeing to disagree. So I don't get into that, but with the more important issues, man, I like to use this platform that we have with our internet and sitting here getting on YouTube to try to spread this message, because I know other than the people that's down here around me, I don't really jump in people's ears and just try to talk to them about just, life, period, man. Everybody can see, exactly where all of this is going. Just to get a lot more serious about the situation, man. People fail to realize, and they act like in this country that we haven't been tearing ourselves apart since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of us coming over here and taking land from somebody else, enslaving, races and so forth and so on throughout history and time. Everybody, you don't go to school. It's not a lot of places that you go to school and they will sit there and teach you. They teach you all the good things that this country has to offer, all the good things that this country does coming up through your school system. And I know I can speak for over here in Virginia. I didn't come up we didn't have a Black History class, in my high school when I was in high school. It was only American history. It was called American history, and they didn't teach you about all the bad things that this country and our own government, has done over the years. Just to get more into it, and this video is not about the government to be specific, but like I said, it's we have signs, we have things that, I'm a Christian, I'm a Baptist, and, everybody in this world has whatever beliefs that they have. You have your Muslims that think that they're going to God by, blowing other people, and that's not all Muslims, but, how could you think that's God that's telling you to go up there and put a bomb on yourself? No, that's not God. That's the devil. So basically what I'm trying to say is everybody has their different beliefs. Everybody has their gods and it's not to say you're wrong or you're right. But what I will say is everybody can't be right. There's only one God. Now, everyone knows it's a sin to sit there and to prophesize or to give faith to another God, anti-Christ. Everyone knows that. So you're going to find out. Now, see, I'm smart enough to know that with the Bible and all these other things that's been touched by man, that all of us know man can't be fucking trusted. We know that. You should know that. You shouldn't be that ignorant. All through time, this book and God's words has been tampered with. Yeah, that's the way the devil would like it. That's the way the devil would like it. So instead of having so much faith in following things or following someone else, if your God is real, if you have a spiritual God. And what I mean by that is you don't need somebody to come to you and tell you what's right or wrong or what's the truth. You see people in Baptist, in my Baptist church, I see them all the time. They have the Holy Ghost, and to most people that's maybe in a Catholic church, they look at them like they're crazy. But they're not. They have a spiritual connection with God, which means that there's no gray area in between. Straight black and white. He either comes to you and spiritually lets you know you're on the right path, or you don't get that spiritual experience. You get something from something that you read, that you see other people reading, and they want people to follow. So like I said, you think that God, with all these people that think you're such a great American. I tell you what, anybody that's watching this video, if you have any, and care about black, white, Spanish. If you have any racist bones in your body, you are a piece of shit. And the reason why I say that is, you think when judgment time comes and God presents himself and this whole world is over and all this comes to an end, you think he's going to sit there and judge people whether they're black, white, or Mexican or in between? No. You're going to be looked at for the things that you... Now, if you're racist and you don't like somebody and you don't even know them, but you don't like them just because they're different, then you're alienating yourself from the rest of everyone else. You know? You're alienating yourself from everyone else. So God looks at you. You think you're a great American. You're doing so much. You're a great American. I'm this, I'm that. But it doesn't make you any more American than any one of us that's here. Doesn't matter what color you are. When God comes back, his judgment is not going to be made by color or creed or race. You can't be that naive and stupid, you know. And it amazes me in this country how on our own, instead of... It's harder for us to come together as people, and everyone knows that it's harder, but the effort has to be there. It's a whole lot easier to be a bitch, basically, in my eyes. Whole lot easier to be a bitch and just be racist and have hate for something or someone that you don't even know, regardless if you understand their life or whatever the case may be, you know. So, you know, the country is going to be divided. That's the way that the plan is going to be carried out, guys. The plan is to divide the country. Racism has a big part to do with it. And the simple fact of the matter that, you know, the Kaepernick situation, you look at that situation, what took so long with that situation, everyone wanted to take the attention off the fact, the main reason why he was kneeling for the you know, anthem. But if it was reversed the other way and there was a bunch of black people getting together and calling themselves certain names, you know, the niggers on, you know, on the go, whatever they want to fucking call themselves, I don't give a fuck, and they started putting groups together to go out and lynch white people, then there would be a voice that would be heard, and someone would say something's not right with America, and maybe certain white people would protest the national anthem because things are not right. So you have to be fair on both fucking sides. You have to be fair on both sides. All that shit with Kaepernick shows how fucked up we are as a country, because they're more worried about him protesting against an anthem that, if I'm not mistaken, that national anthem was written by a fucking slave owner. They own slaves. That anthem that everyone's pledging allegiance to, that wasn't written for people of minority. It wasn't. So just because y'all don't want to fucking hear it, somebody doesn't want to hear it, facts is facts and the truth is truth, dude. This whole country is a bunch of bullshit. And I'm tired of motherfuckers getting on here voicing their fucking opinions about something, but I can hear the racism that's coming out of you, because, you know, if someone says something about race and you come out and you say, man, it's not a black or white issue. Yes, it is. It always is. That's just us. That's just us. You know, and it's not everybody. Doesn't mean everybody is racist. But it only takes a small percentage of these stupid motherfuckers that's still caught up in that bullshit to keep all that shit alive. You know, Trump getting in office, that's what that was for, to keep that shit alive, to boost it back up. The cops that were killing people and people going back and forth with the cops and all this stuff before the election, all that was to aid and set up what is to come. It's going to be a lot of violence. We got protesters over here in D.C. Bones, I appreciate you coming out with your video and let me know what's going on up there in New York and everything. And yeah, they got tanks and stuff, and they ready down here too. Richmond, Virginia, D.C., Maryland. This internet shit is the poison pill. I mean, it's good because we can spread word in this, but it's the poison pill. Other people are using it to capture violence or create violence and get it on camera. You know, this shit is crazy, man. Shit, the internet is not even going to be the same soon. They fucking the U.S. is about to sell the fucking internet to the U.K. if they haven't done it already, which I don't even know what the fuck that means. But man, everybody just you know, try to keep your eyes open and stay awake, man. You know, if we not gonna care much about each other, then we really don't give a fuck about nothing. If we don't even care about each other. But it's amazing how, you know, fucking something like 9/11 can happen. You know, all this racism, fuck niggas this, whatever. Fuck crackers that, fuck Mexicans this, whatever. But then as soon as somebody come over here and bomb our ass or do something, all of a sudden we're all Americans. We're all together. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. It needs to be like that before something drastic happens. Instead of being fucking racist so fucking much. I'll be back later.